because I haven't got you.
Right.
Right.
Okay, I was camping out with Jeff one night, and we were down, what do you call this place? Trampswood.
That sounds funny. Is it like a place where I'm going to end
Well,
up?
apparently, it's like there's all old oak trees, and apparently,
Oh,
if you look at it, they're all like planted in rows. And the story is that when back during the time of the Black Death, the plague, the bubonic plague, they would plant an acorn in each one of these dead person's mouths, and every one of these trees is on top of a dead person.
So it's like their
I don't know whether that's true or not, but it's
a good story, isn't
it?
it?
It spooks you out a bit when you're there, you know, because it does look like fucking. Especially when you've got some of these.
How many years does it take an oak tree to grow? And are they huge?
Well, these are a good few hundred years old, but some of the bubonic plague story. The bubonic plague, you're talking about 1600s or something, aren't you?
Have they proved that it's from that age? Have they took a because they can drill in?
It's not proven. It's not proven. No, it's like it's folklore.
Yeah,
folklore. But it's an interesting story.
Everyone likes to prove folklore.
Well, anyway, we were camping down there one night, and I had my air rifle. We were looking for a pheasant. We wanted a pheasant for our pot, for the cooking pot over the campfire. And all I could hear was like, "Rah! Rah!" in the woods. I'm like, what the fuck is that, man? So we, like I say, we triangulated in on where the sound was coming from, and I found it was like a little white tawny owl.
Yeah.
At the bottom of a tree. It was just
how big?
It was about this big.
That's pretty big. Mind, I don't know how big a tawny owl grows.
Baby owls are quite big. No, it was a baby owl, mate. It was a baby owl. And it was like, wah! And I eventually found it at the bottom of the tree. It was like twilight by this time. And you're like, well, what happened to this? Like, why is it sitting on the floor squawking like this? And it looked like it was falling out of its nest, falling out of a tree. But when you looked above it, there was no sign of any owl nest in the local vicinity. It was just like a random owl in the middle of the floor, bottom of a tree, in the middle of like thorn patch. Like, well, this doesn't look right. Like something's happened to this owl. It's going to need some assistance. Because if we leave it here through the course of the night and when it's squawking on like that, some kind of predator, it's going to come along and have it. So I picked it up and I put it on a branch. It was all 8 foot high. I put it on a branch up there, safe. So okay, we'll leave it there. If its mother wants it, we'll come back and save it through the night.
But how can it pick it up? I've never heard of like a mother owl picking up its chicks.
I know, but it would at least come back and, you know, acknowledge it. Like.
Have you ever, like, I've heard of like, you know, when like say.
We came back in the morning. Mother hadn't been back, so we had to take it back home. And this guy, he rears wild birds. He rears wild birds. We took it back home for him to look after, but it died anyway. Even he couldn't save it.
Did he know or found out what was wrong with it?
Well, its eyes were all bloodshot.
Or maybe it was hematoma for dropping out the tree.
Yeah, but like I said, there was no sign of any. No sign of any nest above, so it was a bit of a mystery.
Do owls get hematomas? Well,